to the course on Chemical Reaction Engineering 1. Myself, Neeti Mehta, Assistant Professor at Chemical Engineering Department, LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So let's just start our session which is based on kinetics of chemical reaction. Before starting today's session, let us just recall what we have covered in our previous session. We have seen what do we mean by kinetics of chemical reaction and what are various methods to determine kinetic data for the given reaction. Right? There are 5 different ways of determining or 5 different methods which can be used to determine kinetic data. Out of that, we have seen in detail integral method of analysis and differential method of analysis. Then we have continued with unimolecular first order irreversible reaction using integral method of analysis and also bimolecular reaction for integral method of analysis. In our today's session, we will start learning what do we mean by autocatalytic reaction and how we can proceed with that particular reaction, and what do we mean by irreversible reaction. So let's just start. So when we talk about autocatalytic reaction, the word autocatalytic is made up of 2 different words. First is auto and another word is catalytic. So the meaning of word autocatalytic is a substance which itself behaves as a catalytic for proceeding the reaction, right? Autocatalytic reactions are basically one in which one of the product behaves as a catalyst for the given reaction, right? A reaction in which one of the product acts as a catalyst, all such reactions are termed as autocatalytic reactions. So let us see how it can be possible. Suppose we are having a reactant A. The reactant A is getting converted into desired product. But for the given case, reactant A conversion into given product R is very slow step or it is very slow reaction. So to speed up this, we need a catalyst, and here R, which is our desired product, behaves as a catalyst to speed up the rate of reaction. So finally, when you are getting the product, you will be getting 2R. One which was catalyst over here, as you can see, one was the catalyst, it will be utilized as it is, it will come out of the reaction as it is, and this A is converted into this R which is our desired product. So this R basically is our desired product only, but it is behaving as a catalyst for the given reaction. So let us see how it is possible. So for the given case, if we want to write rate of reaction, we can write it as minus RA. Why we have put the minus sign over RA here? If you will see here, minus RA refers to rate of reaction of A, and A is our reactant. So if the reaction is proceeding or the reaction has started, the amount of reactant is going to decrease. That's why we need to put minus sign here to showcase the decrease in amount of reactant. Correct? So this is minus RA equals to minus dCA by dt. D into Ca. Ca is again our concentration of A by dt. Right? Ca is our concentration of A at any given time. So this can be written as K, which is our rate constant, into Ca, that is concentration of reactant A, into Cr, which is concentration of our catalyst which we are using here, right? This is R, so it is behaving as a catalyst, right? So the given rate equation for this particular reaction is minus Ra equals to minus dCA by dt, which is equals to Kca into Cr. Now Now we need to determine what is total number of moles of A and R, right? So the total number of moles of A and R remain unchanged as A is consumed. So it can be written as initially, when reaction has not yet started, the total number of moles is represented by C0. So initially, when reaction has not started, we are representing total number of moles present in the reactor as C0. So that is equals to Ca plus Cr. Ca plus Cr is concentration of A at any given time and Cr is concentration of product R at any given time. Whenever we are talking about the word any given time, that refers to whatever time slot you select. It can be after 5 minutes, after 10 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour, 1 day, 2 day, anything, right? So Ca and Cr represent concentration of A and R simultaneously at a given time, correct? So, and C0, which is again the initial concentration, is equated to Ca0 plus Cr0. This is our initial concentration of A and R. This is initial concentration and this is the concentration with respect to time. So please understand the difference between both. This is the condition. 0 represent the initial condition when reaction has not yet started, right? And Ca and Cr, when we are writing it like this, it represents the condition with respect to time. So this is completely constant. Now, so the rate equation can be written as minus Ra equals to minus dCA by dt, which can be written as K Ca into Cr, right? But we are replacing Cr with C0 minus Ca using this equation. We are utilizing this equation and substituting value of Cr here. So it will become C0 minus Ca equals to Cr, right? So using this equation to determine the value of Cr and substituting that value of Cr in this particular place, we will get the desired result of this. Now, after this, what we need to do is, we just need to simply transfer the terms and do the integration, right? So what we can do is minus dCA, as you can see here, minus dCA upon Ca into C0 minus Ca equals to K into dt. This will be our rearrangement of terms. After that, we just need to integrate it using partial fraction method. So we will get the desired terms in this particular way. Minus dCA by Ca into C0 minus Ca equals to 1 by C0, like this. What we are doing here is, we are simply taking C0 common from the given equation, right? So it will be minus 1 by C0 dCA by Ca plus dCA upon C0 minus Ca. It is equals to K into dt, right? So once you integrate this from Ca0 to Ca for concentration term and 0 to T for the time term here dt. So it will be in the form of ln Ca0 C0 minus Ca upon Ca C0 minus Ca0. This is again equals to ln Cr by Cr0 upon Ca by Ca0, right? So this is the equation which is used for representing autocatalytic reaction, right? Now, if you write it in terms of initial molar concentration refers to concentration ratio of initial molar of reactant, right? So it is capital M, which is equals to Cr0 by Ca0. So once we represent it like this, the equation reduces to ln of M plus Xa upon M 1 minus Xa equals to Ca0 M plus 1 into Kt, right? So this is the two graphs which is showing the nature of autocatalytic reaction. So you can see here, initially when the product R is not present inside the reactor, the rate of reaction is very low in this particular portion, right? It is having low rate of reaction. But once the product has been formed, catalytic activity has been activated due to behavior of product as a catalyst. So you will notice a high rate, which is almost linear kind of behavior in rate equation or in conversion, right? So this is how the rate of reaction has been increased once product has been formed. After that, once reactant has been consumed, again the rate will be going to decrease. And this is the graph pattern for the given equation, Ca by Ca0 versus minus Ra, right? So this is almost parabolic in nature, and this is how it actually looks, right? So this is how we need to understand autocatalytic reaction. I just hope the topic of autocatalytic reaction is quite clear to everyone. Now let us just start another topic, which is reversible reaction, right? So in case of reversible reaction, what happened? The word reversible reaction means what? It is a two-way reaction. Reactant are combining to form product, as well as product are decomposing within themselves to form the reactant back, right? So a reversible reaction is a reaction in which conversion of reactant to product and the conversion of product to reactant occur simultaneously. As you can see in both the picture here, that reactant is going into product and product is again going back to dissociate itself into reactant. So let us see now. Let us now consider reaction for complete conversion, right? So we are assuming that the given rate equation is A giving us R, and R is again decomposing into A. The reaction of A converting itself into R is having rate constant K1, and the reaction R converting itself into product has a rate constant K2, right? So this is the given reaction. Now Kc is equals to K, which is our equilibrium constant. To maintain the equilibrium condition, we need to maintain the value of Kc. Now let us start with the derivation part. So starting with conversion, M equals to Cr0 by Ca0, right? So we can write it as dCr by dt equals to minus dCa by dt. For the first equation of A converting itself into R, we can write rate equation as dCr by dt. It is positive because R is our product, right? So rate of formation of product is always positive. So it will be dCr by dt equals to minus dCa by dt, which is rate of disappearance of our reactant A. Here it is given by, instead of Ca, we can use the value Ca0 1 minus Xa. Ca0 is taken constant, differentiation of 1 is 0, and dxa by dt can be written like this. So minus sign will be replaced here. So it is Ca0 dxa by dt. Or we can also write it as K1Ca minus K2Ca, right? Because the amount of A, how much amount of A is formed and how much amount of product is converting into reactant, that is the net rate of reaction. Now at equilibrium condition, we can write it as dCa by dt equals to 0, that is fractional conversion of A at equilibrium condition, right? So it can be written as Kc equals to Cr at equilibrium upon Ca at equilibrium. So Cr equilibrium can be written as M plus Xa equilibrium, and Ca equilibrium can be written as 1 minus Xa equilibrium. Is it okay? So once we do that, we can have our desired equation in the term of this. So simply combining the above three equations, we will get the term like dxa by dt equals to K1 M plus 1 upon M plus Xa equilibrium into Xa equilibrium minus Xa, right? Now on integrating above equation, when we are going to integrate the above equation, it can be reduced in the form of minus ln 1 minus xa upon xa equilibrium equals to minus ln Ca minus Ca equilibrium upon Ca0 minus Ca equilibrium. Or if you want to write it in terms of molar ratio or initial molar ratio, we can write it as m plus 1 upon m plus xa equilibrium into K1T. So this is desired equation for reversible reaction, and you can see the graph over here. When you plot a graph for the given equation, it will be almost a linear line starting from the origin of our graph, right? And slope can be represented by m plus 1 upon m plus xa equilibrium. So I just hope the topics which we have covered today of autocatalytic reaction and reversible reaction are quite clear, and these both topics are very much important for our exam purpose as well as for the gate purpose. So please make sure that both the topics are quite clear, and we need to see the application of this equation also, which we will be continuing in our upcoming session. I just hope all the topics today, whatever we have covered, is quite clear. Thank you.